What's that sound? It's For Amusement Only, the EM and Bingo Pinball Podcast. Welcome back to For Amusement Only. This is Nick Baldridge, and with me tonight, Steve Smith.
I'm not telling.
It's a secret.
This is Steve. Hi, this is Steve.
So I came over tonight to Steve's house to get him to talk a little bit about Bikini. Bikini is one of the games that's going to be supposedly at the York Show. Not Steve's Bikini, but a different one. So continuing in my series of some bingos that'll be there, I thought we'd go over some of the features and how to play and all that good stuff.
Playing that, go on YouTube and look at that video of Jeffrey playing Bally Bikini. What was it, 1961?
Mm-hmm.
He covers everything but extra balls. And that said, I don't know that he talked about the 3 in the green. Nick says he just talked about that. I think that's a cool feature.
I agree.
It's bad on all the other stuff. With Bikini, does artwork. It is the sister game to Circus Queen. Circus Queen is the first one to have 3 in the orange.
I thought this was the sister game to Lido.
No. It is
okay.
Not. That is false perception because of the futurity. These are the only two that have it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Golden Gate and Silver Sails are sister games. They're identical games, just different, except for a couple circuits to art. And Laguna Beach is closed, but no, Lido's got a white button.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I think that was the first time they had put one of those on.
Okay.
And this gives you a chance for the super sections only.
Right.
And then the follow-up, I would say the sister game to Lido would be Can Can.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay.
I think that one came after it. Anyway.
But this is Bikini we're talking about.
Bikini has got the cool stuff. It's got all the cool stuff, man. And plus the babes are killer and the art's killer. I think the futurity game, you never really build it up as high as you could. It's a cool feature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to get it up to 12.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't ever see that happening in a while. I guess you could try it if you're a maniac. But I've never, I didn't play one in the wild though. Are we allowed to say that this is your first time playing one in the wild, so to speak?
Yeah.
We're gambling, guys. Nick's playing bingo pinball for money.
And not doing well.
Well, this is your first time, and you learn the hard way. You learn free. And you got a certain style of playing there. And when you're playing, I learned to play with money, and I didn't have much of it, so I was stingy with it.
Yeah.
And, anyway, so it's got everything you need on the magic screen except a golden game and triple OK like Bounty.
Mm-hmm. So it's got an OK feature, right? It's got the orange section. But the difference in Bikini from...
Well, you want me to talk about the futurity part of it.
Yes, I do.
Well, why didn't you say that? Nick, you talked about the red letter games and OK features.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one has that, except it's not called a red letter game, it's called a futurity. Futurity meaning future. And instead of playing a red letter game that you are awarded by the qualifier OK game, you use that qualifier OK game and hit the R button. You just hit it. You don't have to hold it down. Normal OK game, you have to push the R button and hold it down until the balls drop and the game resets. This time on Bikini, it's the first time they did it, you hit the button and it takes that OK game and puts it in the bank. And then if you hit another OK game...
So you don't play it immediately?
Correct. It sets it aside to be played at a future date that you pick.
Right.
And there's a caveat to that mechanically. I'll get back to that. And then, so you play another OK game, hit the orange for 2 or 3. Then you'd be awarded some green score, but and then that you hit the R button again, and that gets added to whatever you already had. So you go. Basically, they're doing a red letter game, but you get numbers instead of letters. That said, this comes at a price. The OK games giving you futurity games 7. There's 7 games of different levels on all these red letter games or the futurity games, Lido, Bikini. With Bikini, that added little bonus of being able to save that comes at a price because your top red letter game, like in Golden Gate, the N, would be the highest you could get. Your green odds have gone all the way up to 600. And the red letter follows it on with it because it's tied in. Same with Bikini and the teaser for what futurity you'll win if you get 2.
In the orange.
If you hit the orange.
Right.
And but if you get a 12, and this is, you got to look at this. I hit the pause button on that. They've built in teasers. Oh, I'll need one more OK hit, and then I'll be able to get this game. You got to see the score and instruction cards because it's all this. Bingos are built to take your money, and they twinkle and they sparkle and they're pretty girls and they entice you. And how they set up the next futurity level, it's just built in just like the rest of the ingenious design behind the entire game. Anyway, so this and back to what you don't get. You don't get on Golden Gate. You get an N. That'd be as high as you get. It's number 7,
right,
all the way at the end.
Yep.
Biggest game is awarded on Golden Gate and all the others. That goes all the way up to all the odds: red, green, yellow. Hit 600.
So it maxes out the machine, gives you
maxes out
after
the
5th,
scores.
I think, right?
It does not max out. If you get all you can out of this futurity game, your scores do not max on the Bikini.
It stops at 1.
Yes, it's kind of, they held back, and I haven't studied each little thing that they don't give you that they do give you on that, but I know that the scores go down. I'm walking over here looking at it.
So that's if you max out the futurity. So you have your odds all the way up to 192 in the green.
Mm-hmm.
That'll light 12 for any 2 in the orange on the futurity, correct?
Affirmative.
Right. And so then you tap the R button, you don't hold it, and it's going to search. It'll find your hit in the orange, and then start counting up the futurity game in the upper right portion of the backglass.
Correct.
Then when you want to play the futurity game, and at that point, if you got 12, that's the max on the futurity section. So to play it, you push the orange button on the foot rail. Correct.
That's right. That button is it's right next to the R button.
Yeah, pretty convenient.
Press that at any time, including during a game.
Accidentally.
And that, I was telling Nick earlier that button's got 2 slots, ring slot. It's a it's long cylinder button thing. Down below, it's got 2 places for a clip to go on, and one of them is you can make it proud of the foot rail, which makes it easy to brush accidentally, dumping your game. And this is something that I did right after I got my Bikini. I was telling him, I think Danny's got it too. I copied it and sent it to him. I'm back here playing this thing every night after I got it, and I had something up, and I hit the yellow button to play for extra ball, And all of a sudden, the first time I've ever seen in my life, the extra ball light comes on, and all three of them go. All three extra balls awarded it, all the way across. Well, of course, one comes up and presents itself to the shooting lane, but the others are in line waiting to go off a nickel. And I'm like, killer, man, this is awesome. And I'm back here drinking beer by myself and playing been doing it for every night for a couple of weeks. Pinball Widow. I just got the thing. Anyway, so I write it down. I go get a piece of paper and pencil and I'm writing it down. And I'm leaning over the glass and dump the whole game with my elbow. All the extra balls and everything is
gone.
Yeah. I was laughing like shit. I love it. And so that futurity game, in Jeffrey's book, he talks about when at his dad's diner, they leave the games, forget they had it up there.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started playing tonight, I had a 3 up on there to get it off. And again, I think it's one of the prettiest Bally bingos. I like United artwork best, but I think this one is. I don't know which Bally would look better. I never thought about it. I'm pick Bikini.
All right, that's one vote for Bikini. We'll take a poll at the show.
No, that'll matter. I'll go complain on the internet if I don't like it.
So
That changes the world.
So this game has triple deck scoring. It's got pick a play. It's got extra balls up to 3. And it's got an extended time tree, along with the yellow and red rollover, which I've talked about before, where if that feature's lit and you roll over it, it'll jump the time tree up to the next level.
It has 2 in the blue, score 600.
That's an important one. So if this is the sister game...
Came out, was that Circus Queen?
Circus Queen was the first
one.
Yeah. And so if this is the sister game, then that's was the second, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, it's also got the red and yellow super sections. And the 3 in the orange score is green. Now, I haven't seen that light up tonight.
You had it lit?
Well, I didn't get it. So,
I saw it light.
Did you?
Yeah, you commented something. I think maybe it was score or something. I can't remember. It lit. You hit it.
Yeah. I did get a futurity game. So I was pleased about that. Normally I don't play for the OK very much. I mean, if it comes up, then that's great. But that's not a feature that I really shoot for. Unless it's there. But it's not one that I'm dumping in nickels trying to get.
Well, this is
what
something
I'm trying to say.
That, well, being in home use only, that futurity thing is cool because you can make your playing session focused on that,
Right.
And I've done several different playing session strategies, where I wanted to get all the bling, get everything lit up, and that's part of the draw for these things. And this is what you see, and that's what because you got to see it for free.
Yeah.
And that's part of the attract mode. That's not part of the make money off of thing mode.
Yeah.
And then you got strategies. And I had strategies where I would see how I would do with, I don't know if that's a strategy, just sitting back and shooting the balls and see what I got.
Mm-hmm.
And then and this is on just starting a game on 4.
Right.
And then play extra balls and see what I could make happen with it. And this is I think that's more part of learning how to play.
Right.
Manipulate, ball manipulate, how do you handling your balls,
Plus you can see how the machine's leveled and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's the first. But with Golden Gate, am I allowed to talk about that?
We'll get there.
Oh.
Let's finish up with Bikini here. So, Bikini, is this Your favorite player?
I play Golden Gate more than Bikini.
Golden Gate more than Bikini. So, why did you pick Bikini as your first one?
I picked it because of all the features
Mm-hmm.
and how good looking it was.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's certainly good looking now.
well, no, I mean that's the artwork, the art.
Right.
I went up looking at a Golden Gate with a broken backglass, so I guess that was part of it. But I wasn't driving all that way for something I didn't want. And I had my either or, and I was committed.
Yeah.
I wasn't trembling, but I was jonesing for it.
Yeah.
And I know good games, and that's it. And I said it on more than once. It's Golden Gate / Silver Sales, Bikini, and Bounty. That's the royalty of bingo pinball, and it's not my opinion. It's on the internet. I wrote it.
So it must be true.
It's true. Just go look. If you go, on the pinball database, I commented on that. I think probably on all three of them. It is true. The more you get to know about these things, that said, those three, it's hard. If you get to play these things, and you play these three, I have a feeling you're going to end up feeling the same way about them. That said, everybody's got different tastes and all the other illegal disclaimers. Where are these illegal pinball machines, boys? It's contraband.
So, but the Holy Trinity there.
It is, man. They are.
Yeah, but what I was going to say,
And
Golden Gate, Bikini, and Bounty are all going to be at the show.
there aren't very many of them. You got to remember, guys, these things were destroyed. Law enforcement confiscated them. They'd dump them in the ocean. They'd break them up. They'd burn them. Usually they burned them. Smashed them and burned them. And though it's stated on the pinball database, confirmed by some folks in the circle through the documentation available, there's stories on that stuff. Cool. 850 of these bikinis, that's a pretty damn low number.
Yeah.
I don't believe that number. Most of us don't in the bingo circle don't believe the production numbers. The mafia was very heavily involved, and government officials were paid off. This is the first time this has ever happened in the known universe. The government and organized crime people get together and lie to you. But there's not that many. These things don't go up for sale often.
Right.
And there's one for sale for $350.
Mm-hmm.
They're condition depending. I think that's a good price if it's working mostly. You got to see if it's a. Well, if you've seen this slideshow, you know what condition this one was in. I paid $200 for it.
Wow. Well, it's a beauty now. So, all right. Well, I think that'll do it for Bikini. Bikini, again, Magic Screen Game, 1961, and a beauty. And it'll be at the York Show. Thank you to my guest, Steve Smith, tonight, especially for having me over and letting me lose on his machines for a few hours there. And thank you for listening. My name again is Nick Baldridge. You can reach me at foramusementonlypodcast@gmail.com, or you can call me on the Bingos line. That's 724-BINGOS1, 724-246-4671. You can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, via RSS, on Facebook, on Twitter at Bingo Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at nbaldridge. Or you can listen to us on our website, which is foramusementonly.libsyn.com. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.